Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon. Hope everyone's doing really well. Hope you're having a great day. It's 11 a.m. EST, which means on a Friday, which means we are back for another Friday listening and talking about music stream. It's good to see everybody. I haven't changed my shirt in a couple days. It's fine. I'm alive. Everything's good. We're gonna dive right in. I didn't need to say that out loud, but I did. It's been a weird week. Hope everyone's doing really well. Hey everybody, welcome in. Hello. Welcome in. First time there, Jen Electricity. What's with the other stream? What do you mean? What's up, Hardlight? What's going on the other stream? Oopsie. Hold on one second. Oh, it started. I hate when it does this. Let me just delete it. I watched a little bit of that short film. I wasn't able to watch the full thing. All right. I don't know why I did that. Hey Key. Hey guys. And then yesterday's stream I canceled. I've been more and more I've been needing days off, and no, there's no one on that stream, so that's good. And also it's deleted anyway, so in that case, let me just go in and add a thumbnail really quickly, just so that we know where we are. Oh wait, do I not have this thumbnail anymore? What's up, Arnold? Hey, Curry, what's up? Shoot, where is this? I can't find the thumbnail that we use as a stand-in. Weird. Okay. I don't know where that thumbnail is. It's very annoying. I'll just use a filler thumbnail, I guess. I'll just use this one. We've got Mario, some Street Fighter. Yeah, whatever. Oh, that's cool. Yes, electricity. My Friday's been a little sleepy. We went and got coffee, and we've just been hanging out. Honestly, we did. I've been doing a lot of like figuring out about how to move forward and film videos, because I realized that sometimes on my filming days on Thursdays, I have a little bit of resistance to filming, because the videos that I do now are the equivalent of doing doing 10 videos. So I've been trying to figure out my own pacing. It's been very interesting. So like, you know, if I'll film a video about, I don't know, whatever, Pokemon, if that's 7 to 10 songs, I used to do 7 to 10 songs as like separate individual videos. And now I've sort of gathered them, but it's interesting. It's interesting how much more time consuming that is. And so I was thinking about maybe splitting those filmings up, wearing the same clothes and just coming back to them. So rather than doing like, because it ends up being like, if I film 2 videos, whether they're ranking videos or a different video, it ends up being like, you know, it ends up being like 20 plus songs, which is crazy. Hey, Fruit Punch, what's up? So yeah, the coffee, it was very nice. We were doing an experiment, because we saw a short yesterday where basically a person poured coffee into 3 different Starbucks cups, and it ended up being the same amount of coffee. And that was not true. They are not equal. A tall and a grande have different amounts of coffee, which I assumed, but I wasn't sure. What's up, Fjord? It was a nice morning. Any announcements about streaming other games? Bro, I'm so locked in. I'm so locked in on Monster Hunter that I don't foresee other additional streams. Now, as far as the Castlevania music stream, that's not canned. That's not canned. I can also tell you that with great certainty that the Half-Life 2 episodes are canned, just because I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I know that might be disappointing, but I'm not really, it's okay. Hello. It's up. It's the last stream is here still. Last week's stream is here. Play Guild Wars 1, you coward. With what time? The stream with the opera viewing is on Patreon, and it's free. So if you want to just go to patreon.com/MarcoMeatball, you can click on it, and it's available to you. You don't need to subscribe. You don't need to do anything. You just click on it and watch it. I like doing edited videos. So I agree with you, though, that he definitely knows how to do more with less. I agree. Hello. I wish I did more Ultra Kill reactions. I feel like I did a lot of it. I think I did I think I did all of it. The only thing I could possibly do, and I was thinking about doing that, is going through and playing the new stuff, but I can't compare it to the old stuff because I don't really remember the old stuff. Hey, Syro, what's up? How was the opera? It was okay. It was good. Really good singing. Today, my plan is to go through, I don't think we'll finish today, but we very well could finish today. Just depends on my own attention. I do plan on going through all of the turn dots today. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 turn dots with breakdowns and stuff. Oh, I wanted to make something abundantly clear, just by the way. Monster Hunter's been really fun. Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? Um, the Tosca tier, and I want to just, I've changed the wording on Patreon so that it makes more sense. But I just wanted to make it abundantly clear that Tosca listenings are really just for us to come together and listen to those pieces with some chatter. Those pieces are really not going to be analyzed. They may be discussed if it like moves, the conversation goes that way. But in general, the only ones on this particular stream are that get analyzed are the Traviata and the Turandot, which are the upper two tiers. I just wanted to make that abundantly clear because I know that it's not cheap. But you know, we kind of all, I remember we gathered and had a conversation around, you know, raising the price point. And, you know, obviously I want people to get their money's worth. But I am also only one person. So this has been the best way for us to do this, is to have these Friday streams, or if they need to be moved to a different day. There's really not very much I can do other than this. I really appreciate the support. I don't want anybody to ever be upset about not feeling like they're getting their money's worth. So I've adjusted the wording appropriately just so that we have no mixed expectations for what is to be expected when it comes to certain tiers. And this weekend I'll be working through going through each of the tiers and really setting up very clear expectations for what you can expect if you are in those tiers or choosing to sign up to a tier, because I want to make sure that things are very obvious. Now, a lot of us are regulars and come to these every Friday. A lot of us know what that is, but for folks that are coming in maybe for the first time who may not know how things necessarily work, you know, I don't want anybody to leave disappointed, so to speak. So just wanted to reiterate that for what that tier should be. So anyway, Tosca is the book club, while Turandot is the book report. That is correct. And I'm glad you feel that way, Key. I mean, we those of us that have been here for a while we really sat down and made sure. Well, anyway, hi Renick, what's up? There's only reactions to layer 7 in the Prime Sanctums. I mean, that's still like a ton. Well, thanks, Cameron. It's actually on the YouTube channel. You can find I beat Primordial Malzeno yesterday or 2 days ago, so it's already there. But also that's a great idea. I will not be listening to the Undertale Yellow OST just due to copyright issues. It's a little bit too problematic, and I'm just going to avoid it. Also, I tend not to do fan stuff or mods. Well, Calamity being the only mod I did. Hey, Lorenzo, what's up? Good morning, Cafecito. So, I mean, it's not totally off of the list, but for now, I'm not going to touch it. Unfortunately, Deltarune will probably be the same. The copyright is way too problematic. Not on stream, Linra Lamp, but I have been playing Black Beacon on my own yesterday. It was very fun. I enjoyed it very much yesterday. Okay, I think we're ready to start. I just wanted to take a couple moments to just talk about just some housekeeping things. We're still early days of the month. It's only the 11th, which is, I mean, it's moving pretty quickly still. But I foresee. Oops. Okay, cool, perfect. That's exceptional. I foresee us being done sooner than the end of the. I foresee us finishing this before the end of the thing, the month. All right, so we're gonna just dive right in. Today, what am I playing these days? Not on the channel. Lots of Monster Hunter. Let's see. I have back into Warframe yesterday. But really the thing I started playing Yesterday was Promised Mascot Agency, which is really wild. This is the game I started playing yesterday. Very strange. From the folks that made Paradise Killers. It's actually insanely good. This is going to be one of those videos. It'll end up on a video about things that surprised me, because it's so weird. It's extremely weird. So I was playing this last night, and I think I'm in the mood for something really bizarre. It's really strange. Oh, what the fuck? I haven't seen that yet. Anyway, the soundtrack is really dope, and it really caught me off guard. So I've been playing this. I have been playing mostly Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Wilds especially. I'm going to hop in and finish up a playthrough of Onimusha Warlords to prep for the game that's coming out in May. That's kind of been it, to be honest with you. I played a little bit of Blueprints, but I ended up refunding it just because I got stuck, and I just was like, I don't really want to play this anymore. But that's pretty much what I've been playing. So it's been very, very, very chill. Yeah, I actually really need to play more games, but I just I'm sort of just like stuck on Monster Hunter in a really bad way. I can't stop playing it. I'll tell you, I'm less excited to dive into World just because I've already played it once before, but I know that the push to Iceborne will be very good, so I'm looking forward to that. And yes, continue to wait for Ace Combat 6. It will get there eventually. It's on my list. In any case, I think we're ready to start. So we're gonna dive into Super Mario Odyssey. I did just film a wonderful video where I listened to the main themes of every Super Mario. I've been ranking. I ranked them based on my own personal taste. A few did end up in the C range, but I mean, it's all silly. You're now a seasoned duder. Oh, that's awesome. I think the Zoshia. I love State of Decay, by the way. State of Decay 2 is one of my favorite games that I'll never finish, but I really enjoy like the aesthetic of. I love State of Decay. Low key an absolute banger of a game. All right, staff credits from Super Mario Odyssey. One of my favorite tracks in this game. This is by Yellow Aura. The strings really do bring this track home for me. Still surprised the game came out in 2017. It's still one of the best 3DS platformer games. One of the best 3DS. What? This wasn't on 3DS. Unless you're saying 3D. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's check it out. Oh, 3D. Yeah. Yada yada. Let's stop there and talk a little bit. First of all, Jason, thank you so much for that 20 CAD. Hey, Marco, going to Japan in October. What are your must-see things to do there? Keep up the great work. Thank you. I'll do my best. As far as things to do in Japan, honestly, I don't know. For me personally, I think what I would do is just eat a fuck ton of ramen. That's what I would do. I also think it would be a great idea to go to the Studio Ghibli Museum. And, hey, Poison. I would also go to the Nintendo store. I would also go to the Eorzean Cafe, which is the Final Fantasy themed cafe. I would also go to the capybara cafe they have, where you can like hang out with capybara. If anybody here has any music suggestions for Jason for things to do in Japan, that would be incredible. But those are the things that I would do. And then as far as this theme, first of all, it's really hard. I love melodic pieces so much because the melody really drives the like piece along first of all. And I love that it's really hard to stop because there's so much fun to listen to. And the melody, when the melody is so consistently good, it's really hard to actually stop and discuss it because the melody is like the meat and potatoes of the piece, right? There's so many wonderful things happening in here. First of all, I absolutely love the enthusiasm with this staff credits because if we take it in context and we talk about a credits song is really like the last reflection that we as players are going to have with a piece of music, with a gameplay experience, right? And so that piece of music needs to deliver on the promise of the game, in my opinion. And so this does such a great job of showcasing the charm, delight, and like integrity, I guess, of Super Mario Odyssey. There's a playful sound in that, right? That motif, we hear that multiple times. Right? Like that's the motif. That's the thing that like sets us on fire. That's the thing that carries the experience, right? And we hear that motif throughout. And in this particular case, we have a couple different things instrumentally that make it really fun. First of all, we have a ton of doubling in the brass, especially, number one. Number two, we have this forward momentum with, I would need to re-listen really quickly. Hold on one sec. We're at 1 minute. So we have this terrific drum mixed in with guitar that's just strumming us along with the rhythm. We also have like, it sounds like bongos. So that moves us forward in a big way, while over top we have this really, really florid, you know what I mean? That's really cool. I also really appreciate the bright exuberance, the joy that comes through in that sound, right? And I think part of that is because you have the flute flourishes, you have the terrific, again, guitar and bongo that move us forward, and you have the brass. Everything is very bright. And I think that those bright instrument choices are just so ideal for Mario in general. And having listened to all of the themes, which hopefully that video will come out next week, that's like a recurrent theme throughout all Super Mario music is brightness. And in fact, the pieces that kind of deviate from that ended up lower on my list, namely, spoilers, I guess, Super Mario Bros. 2 and Super Mario Bros. 3. Those actually ended up being less interesting to me as compared to Super Mario World 3DS. Or Super Mario 3D, which ended up being way higher on my list because of how bright and warm and friendly that sound was. Because at the end of the day, like Mario is our best friend, right? Like Mario's role is to be our companion when we're lonely. Mario's role is to be, our buddy, and that comes through musically in a big way. And when it doesn't, when it kind of deviates from that, it kind of ends up feeling a little bit hollow, and it doesn't provide that companionship that I think Mario provides with Mario's brightness. So like it's odd because having really sat down for 50 minutes and listened to every main theme, that had a motif that involved Super Mario Odyssey as well. I lost my train of thought. God damn it. When we hear music of Mario dealing with a predicament, I actually find that I'm less interested in it versus the music that, to me, like in the case of this staff credits theme, this music feels like it's for us and for Mario, where Mario's problems are terrible and we don't want Mario to suffer, but we also want to make sure that Mario's always one step ahead of those problems, but with joy, right? So even though he might go through some terrible shit, we want to make sure that Mario still has a smile, right? And that's sort of his role. If the piece becomes too dark or too unwelcoming, it actually, I think, for me personally, it turns me off to the music of Mario. Whereas in the case of the staff credits here, because it's so bright and so welcoming, I naturally feel more energized and more enthusiastic about it. I just talked for like 10 minutes. Well, anyway, yeah. So that was my feeling on this piece. And as far as Venus Theory, I actually did an interview with him, Carlos, that you might want to check out. Yeah, you hear how bright this is? Like, it's because of the flute and a lot of legato in the strings. And again, the percussion is really a delight. And you even throw in some electric guitar, which is super fun too. But you hear how like this little corner is so delightful. Listen to this. But that's why that works. But when you go up like that, there's a natural feeling of like, yes, there's a there's a natural feeling of joy that comes from that. But you know what I mean? Like, it's different than going but That's a different tonal color and a different tonal feeling than but where we're shouting, What's up, Chengy? Welcome in. And it's an interesting thing too, because the flute there and the upper register violins and strings, that has a different energy, right? It's actually really like two different sections. You have the bombastic, joyful sound of the brass, and then you have the delicate, like almost reflective sound of the strings, which is so it's all inviting, but the strings are more like, hey, great job. You like finished the game. Versus the first one, the brass is like, oh my God, Mario, we did it. What an amazing, you know what I mean? It's amazing how instrumentation changes how things feel, and that's really what I would like to extend to you is the idea that music is composed with the intention of feeling, and musical instruments can dictate how we feel as much as melody, rhythm, and tempo. And that's my my educational moment for the day. Like, when you listen to a piece that moves you in whatever emotion it moves you in, think about why the instruments do that. You don't have to know the answer, because and that's the thing, like, there is no answer for why music moves us. Like, yes, there are studies about it. Yes, there's like a deep understanding about it, but ultimately, what matters is how you individually are moved, not necessarily the chords, the notes on the staff. Like, all that stuff is like useful because that's the building blocks of emotion in music. But ultimately, what matters is how you connect and feel towards the instruments being used, and how the composer manipulates and convinces you that that those instruments are the ones that should be used in that given instance. Do I make sense? I hope that makes sense. And this is like kind of the push to the end, you know? And the amazing thing is that the last 30 seconds or so, we go through actually a passage, a moment, a segue really, of dissonance, of notes that are a little bit alarming, a little bit uncomfortable, to then get to the point of, you know, victory over the defeat. And it's interesting how we only get the negativity of the sound in the last 30 seconds, which I think is very cool. So thank you very much for sharing that. Super Mario Odyssey has a really nice soundtrack, and I really appreciate it. Slime Rancher, Indigo Quarry theme. This is one of many cute games out there. You just manage... Yeah, I've played this. You manage a bunch of slimes like pets, feed them, make money, and make them happy. Of course, this game certainly captured my heart and did 2 playthroughs. One on PC and one on console, so please don't make the same mistake from last time. I'm watching you, Blue. I don't know what that means. Something must have happened last time. Who's Blue? But anyway, it must be one of the characters. Indigo Quarry theme. Wouldn't it be funny if this was composed by that rapper Harry Mack that does the freestyle? That'd be really funny. Really nice reuse of the marimba there. You know, amazingly, I just wanted to stop there really quickly. Amazingly, there is a it's a busy theme in that there's a lot of instrumentation happening between the guitar and the marimba. Also, some really nice chords and harmony within the marimba. You get some really, I mean, the marimba has such a woody tone. And it's also, the marimba's huge. I mean, like, it's like big. And I think it's a marimba, and I'm not a percussionist expert, but that sound is really woody, rich, warm, inviting, comforting to a degree. It sounds almost playful in how, because of the way that the mallets are, like the way you hit the thing, like there's a sound in it that's very light and tangible, if that makes sense. Like you can really feel the roundness of the sound. And then, so on top of that, you also get the guitar, and there's some really beautiful stuff that's happening here. And more than anything, the vibes of the piece, which I think ultimately is the most important part, are very warm. And the sound lends itself to the idea of like an evening stroll, right? Like the Indigo Quarry this is the theme of Indigo Quarry. But Indigo Quarry is like a wonderful place to spend time in, because the sound that we're hearing here is so inviting, and it's so like tranquil. And even though things are busy and we're going about our day, the sound is it's like, hey, come on in. We want you to come to the quarry. We're working hard down here. We want to show you all the little pieces of diamond we found, right? Or look at all these rocks. Like we've been busting our butts. Come on in. There's a real sense of like placidness, even though things are still moving, especially with that guitar. It's just bum da da dum da da dum. You know, there's a momentum in this while also giving it lots of space, which is very interesting. And I think actually the percussion instrument, whether it's the marimba or otherwise, probably represents whatever slimes are there. There's a bouncy ball-like quality, bouncy balls. There's a bouncy ball-like quality to the individual movement of the marimba and the harmony that's produced with the left hand and the right hand coming together. That feels like it's the Slime Rancher kind of. You just lost the game, by the way. Is the sound is the sound there? And I really find that that's quite peaceful and very lovely. Yeah, it's just abundantly peaceful, isn't it? The whole thing really is about like the space of the space of the outdoors, the space of the job, the space of the responsibility of tending to the slimes. There's a sort of like methodical quality about it. Like I can imagine it playing while farming, gardening, or just I think that the tempo the tempo is not too laid back. So there's still a bit, especially because we're subdividing with the guitar. So there's always something happening. There's always some sort of movement occurring. So I wouldn't say it's a chill and relax vibe piece, but it does have a tenderness about it that kind of exists throughout, where we feel like we don't feel burdened by the responsibility of tending to the slimes, or to me it really feels like a working song of the slimes in the quarry. But it's peaceful with also like forward momentum, which is nice because it's not overly placid. It's not just like, okay, well, it's a very beautiful song, it's the evening time. There's a movement that's occurring in there, which is kind of enjoyable. And I think, again, that comes from the marimbas / xylophone / especially the guitar. And then there's also some really nice melody that's occurring in the strings, which indicates to us that like life is kind of good right now, and we're just enjoying ourselves. Really nice piece. Thank you very much for sharing that with me. I appreciate that. Pac-Man Championship Edition. Really? Pac Baby. Who knew Pac-Man had music that was an absolute bop? Not me. Did you just change this? I could have sworn it was Guild Wars. You just changed this. I literally have Guild Wars Prophecies OST, Autumn and Escalon right here. That's funny. All right, let's check out Pac-Man then. Pac-Man Championship Edition. Or maybe that was from last week. All right, let's check it out. Pac-Man Championship Edition. So funky. It's like off meter there. I'm going to stop right there really quickly, and I have a couple thoughts. So first of all, so this is absolutely like, it's perfect driving music, number one. Number two, what I really appreciate is that the beginning was incredibly rooted in funk and in like a bass emphasis, which was really, really neat. Now, number three is this is a blind spot for me, whereas I'm not necessarily interested in this sound out of context. In context, watching the gameplay, which thank you, by the way, Gremlin. This is in the cart. I'm gonna play the shit out of this weekend. So thank you very much. This is like the most peaceful thing I could possibly play before bed. So thank you. That's so much fun. So one of the cool things to me about this, and I think context in this particular case, which is funny because what context could there possibly be? But I think when we look at the history of Pac-Man and we look at Pac-Man in general, one of the things that is apparent is the fact that we are moving at a quick pace to get all the pieces of whatever and not be eaten by the ghosts and eat them. And so what we end up getting in this music, and you know this, you don't need me to tell you, we are getting that sense of excitement to conquer the level, right? To eat the ghosts, to avoid them at all costs, to lean into the idea of moving faster and having forward momentum and pushing through the different obstacles to collect all of our pellets, right? Like that's really at the crux of this. And like, it's sort of funny to like give Pac-Man a sort of mentality, which has been done in video games anyway, but like, Pac-Man just wants to eat, get his, avoid his shit, and just like, do the thing. And this music serves us really well because it's constantly moving, right? And so is Pac-Man. And I know it seems like I'm reaching here, but I think it's a really cool thing actually when you think about how fast this piece moves. And from a technical perspective, what I find really interesting is that we've had subtle changes. First of all, this game looks so much fucking fun. So I actually remembered this game on my PlayStation. Thank you so much for reminding me this game exists. As we've gone through the piece, what we've actually been experiencing is a slow and steady crescendo, which is this symbol, right? Think of Pac-Man's mouth. That's a crescendo. Now, we started one way, and as we go, we build. We're actually not there yet. We actually haven't arrived. We haven't reached the final destination of peak volume. And I find that that's kind of interesting because if you just listen to this superficially, it's a bop, it moves quickly, it kind of just does its thing, right? It's kind of like, it's good. There's always complexity within any of these pieces. But what I find most interesting to me and my ear is the fact that we still have been spending this entire time slowly getting louder. And we haven't arrived yet. And I think that that's really cool. And I'm glad that you found this song, Gremlin, because this is actually incredibly fun. And I'm really excited to play this weekend. So thank you so much. You just changed the trajectory of my weekend. You personally changed the trajectory of my weekend. How about that? Actually, I'm going to stop one more time and just say that now we actually have a melody. So this whole section was kind of background music. But here, as it starts to coalesce, this is actually where we're getting now we're actually going somewhere here, which is really neat. You know what I mean? It's cool. Oh, that's cool. They sampled. Oh my god, imagine dancing to this. Oh man. You could put this on like a songs you could dance to video. Dope. I love the piano in the background too. Wow, that's dope. I love that. A little bit of homage to the... Yeah, that's incredible. That's incredible. That actually defied my expectations. At first, I was like, okay, cool. And then as it went on, I was like, oh, shit. And then as it went on, I'm like, oh, shit. It got the yellow highlight. Good job. Really cool piece. It's just fun, you know? And I think, like, that's just, like, prime time for a video about music from video games that you could play in a club and no one would know the difference and you could jam out to it and dance. Really, really, really neat. I love the energy in that piece. I mean, really, and that's the thing that kind of comes across there is that it's just such an energetically, like, unapologetically energetic piece that really, like, sends home, like, the sense of just, like, unadulterated enthusiasm. You know what I mean? Like, turn your brain off and just go for it. I really like that because you don't always get that, and that's really nice. Great choice, Gremlin. You really crushed it today. You really crushed it today. So did Aura and Patella, for the record. I really enjoyed that. All right. Call of Duty Black Ops 1, Dead Ops Arcade, Temple of Shroom, bonus room, a great late April Fools to everyone. Uh-oh. Also, I know it's hard to believe, but this is actually from COD, not from Mario, so don't want no Nintendo ninjas on their way. What's up, Leo? How you doing today? Also, hey, everybody that's come in or hopped in for the first time, or if this is your first stream, hello. If you've been here before, always grateful to have you. We are just cruising through the analysis portion of today's stream before we enter into hang out and listen phase of the stream. Really looking forward to what else is coming down the pike. Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate you being here. All right, let's check it out. Temple of Shroom. Also, I find it very funny to try to provide like a professional sounding analysis. Good morning. Good morning. Professional sounding analysis for some of these, especially when they are more towards the April Fool's corner of the thing. It sounds very funny. Huh. Wait now. See, this is a really good example of taking something that is very bright, peppy, fun, and friendly, which you really do like invariably with 8-bit, 16-bit sound because of the brightness of the production of the chip or whatever. The natural tendency of this music is to be bright, even when it's dangerous. You can feel the danger in music like this, but it's a little bit less explicit. Whereas here we're really taking something and mixing it and putting it in a blender with this terrific Black Ops Zombies. Well, wait, so is this in Zombies? Well, either way, like the sound is actually dangerous, even though it has this balance between playful 8-bit, 16-bit sound versus boom, that slamming quality there, which is really neat. So like it ends up sounding distorted and destroyed and manipulated versus being one thing or another. Like this just feels like it's taking something, ripping it, and replacing it, and it's kind of fun, the danger that can come from that sound. Oh, no legato, that's cool. Actually, that's dope. Not yet, Dong. It's on my to-do list. So it's also interesting. I'll stop one more time. I also think it's interesting how essentially here we're actually retaining the identity of Black Ops more than we are maintaining the identity of whatever this 16-bit, really 8-bit. This 8-bit sound is trying to deliver, right? What we end up getting is something that's playful and it's a play on a theme, but actually the sound that is most present is the sound of Black Ops. You know, like that's the energy that's actually coming across more potently than the 16-bit 8-bit sound, which I think is really cool because instead of like being 8-bit with some variation and a modern twist, we actually are just using basically it's just electronic music to expand on the Black Ops sound. So it's interesting because it's not the other way. In my opinion, it's neat. I really like that phase shift is really interesting. But you still get the danger there. And you're still getting the hitting quality. Huh. That kind of defies expectation in the best sense. Now I know that this was posted for April Fools, but if you really pay attention to it, it's just so fun because it takes something that should be really light and welcoming and playful and actually makes it dangerous, violent, and almost nightmarish. And so in that sense, it defies the expectations because what we end up getting is for many people that play Call of Duty Black Ops, a lot of us, you know, especially this is pointed towards a certain age demographic. And that age demographic being core millennials, like we grew up with a degree of that 8-bit, 16-bit sound, right? Like that's the sound of our childhood. So you take that and then you modify it so that it's an homage to it while also adding these distorted, uncomfortable elements. And then suddenly it's like coming face to face with our innocence and essentially cutting it at the legs and saying your innocence is gone. You know, which I think is really cool. Hey, Rach. What's up, buddy? Yeah, Digley, that's right. Hey, Rach. How you doing? So I think that was really interesting. Shockingly interesting choice, despite being like a April Fool's sort of thing, you know? Hi, friend. It's so good to see you. Let's see. Give me 2 seconds here. I have to do one thing. I have to sign into something just really fast. So sorry. Okay. Great. I guess I can't do this right now. All right. I think it's super peak to release and not fight Primordial and like let it go. It's really cool. I agree with you. One sec. Yes, I agree. Has anybody been able to pre-order the Nintendo Switch yet? I know one of my mods was invited. For better or for worse, right? So sorry, just 2 seconds. Happy Friday, Dustin. I don't think it's up in the US yet, no. Sorry. Oops. Sorry, chat. Marco, I wanted to say thank you. I started playing Warframe after watching your top gaming music in the podcast, and it's been a blast. Thank you for showing us such a fun game. Oh man, that's amazing! I'm so happy. Warframe's such a delight. I'm so happy. Great devs. Digital Extremes are really, really lovely people, and they are very supportive of me. And I feel very lucky that I got to experience Warframe last year as well. I still play it, not as consistently as I'd like, but I really have a lot of love for Warframe. So that's terrific that you've enjoyed it and are enjoying it. Just keep going. The story gets really good. So sorry, chat. Just almost done. Your son's addicted to Warframe? Way too many good games to play. So true. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, chat. I had to... Okay. All right, let's get into it. So next up is Voodoo Vince. Jean Lafitte's Ship. I have like 3 video game music quizzes in the chamber. So thank you for asking. There's a lot going on. Have I listened to any DBZ? No. What's up, Poke? It's basically a sea shanty with some New Orleans vibes mixed in, fittingly since it plays while exploring a shipwreck in the bayou. So this is my fidget keyboard. And then this is my actual keyboard. I love clicky clacky so much. Nothing wrong with playing GTA 5, but I love that this one just helps me, like, it gives me something to do. All right, anyway. I love a clicky clacky. What's up, Dom? What's up, brother? First one was Crunch. This one, I got this on Etsy for like $10. I love the Decepticon colors. And then this, my keyboard is from Equinox. And I love this keyboard. Love this keyboard so much. All right, so Voodoo Vince. It almost gives polka energy. Wow, that's cool. So, you know, this is really interesting to me because it brings with it a sense of heroicism, right? So Jean Lafitte's ship, it's kind of like Jean Lafitte was a strong person, and you can hear it predominantly in the strings. Now, it's interesting because when it starts, it almost has a pseudo polka bouncing, playful energy, and it really ends up very clearly being a waltz. And what's really fun to me about this piece is that it is gallant and stupid at the same time. There's a playfulness within the sound, even though there is elegance and a sense of regality and a feeling of like a hero, especially with the strings. We also get the bass and the snare drum that are essentially playing at the same time, and those end up being really silly. And I think it works really well for the piece because it gives it some three-dimensionality. And I think part of that too is the fact that if we look at what's happening on the screen with this image, I think that the snare drum and the snare drum, the bass, and the violin and the big brass that plays, kind of that bumbles along. Bumbling is a great word, yes. that fits the imagery that we see. Whereas the violins, though, the violins are the elegance. The violins are the gentleness. The violins are the heroicism. The violins are the courage to, fight. It's very, very elegant. Oh my god, that's so funny. Who's that pretty girl in that mirror there? What mirror? Well, who can that attractive girl be? What mirror? Who? What a pretty face, what a pretty smile, what a pretty me. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay, and I pity any girl who isn't me today. And this is kind of sensitive, actually. Who's the pretty girl in that mirror there? And the accordion always has this, like, sort of drunken sound to it, especially in the case of a waltz and a mandolin. It's so random. Definitely got Bayou vibes for sure, yeah. This is kind of sad. It's like sad with a smile. But despite all that, there's still elegance. Still heroic, still powerful, so strong. Facing many, many, many foes and battles and challenges along the way. What's up, people? Kind of surprised to just hear the guitar there. Again, this was a story of Jean Lafitte's ship. You know, it could also be that too. It could also be like someone recounting the story of Jean Lafitte's ship and how he was a crazy Frenchman, you know, and he was crazy and he did lots of crazy things. You know, there's a playfulness in there, a sort of a mixed energy of bumbling foolishness and incredible strength at the same time to face adversity. And the adversity was faced. Hey, Nuclearis, what's up? I really like that piece. Very, very fun. Very, 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 heroically foolish, which I find really, like, there's gold there. I don't know. It's nice. All right, Vintage Story, the Resonance Archives Library. This song plays at the Loot Room in the first dungeon you can explore. An incredibly deep cavern with ancient machinery and a massive library full of lore at the end. Relevant quote. I like adding these for emphasis. No problem with that. Oh, come now. What could be more important, short of the great machine itself? Our libraries are gone. Our history is hoarded by nobles or left to rot. This is the last thing. This is the last greatest repository of knowledge in the world, and one that will be preserved. Oops. Oh. And one that will be preserved for all posterity. If Fawkes doesn't succeed, if we don't survive this, these archives will stand tall for one who comes after. If Fawkes doesn't succeed, just who do you think will be left to find this if we fail? All right, cool. Vintage story, huh? Never heard of this before. Oh wait, no, I listened to some of this the other day, didn't we? Last week? Oh, this is like this is that Minecraft beat. Yes. Thanks, Safari. Appreciate that very much. Oh, Rachel, thank you. You don't have to do that. You're fine. Thanks for lurking, buddy. And I think most interesting to me is the fact that there's a couple different things that occur here from an emotional tone. In the beginning, we have this feeling of disparity, of feeling lost, of feeling like undergoing something treacherous. It's very like this ambient music that's very spacious, but leaves us with a sense of great discomfort due to how sort of nebulous it ends up sounding, right? Then as we move into the library proper, we get a bit of like old harpsichord-like instrumentation. we get a feeling of reverence, of discovery, of visualizing just tomes and tomes of various things, like the basics of survival, in the sound, like everything you could ever want to learn is in this place. And so there's a sense of like, whoa, like the imagery is very vast. There's a feeling of arrival. There's a feeling of like having everything at your fingertips, which is funny because we have that literally on our phones. But then as it proceeds, right around where I stopped, we get this quality of almost pessimism, or like maybe we shouldn't have access to all of this. Maybe this comes with something bad. This kind of knowledge opens up things that shouldn't be explored. I mean, throughout the whole, the first 3 minutes and a half of this, there's a constant sense of melancholy, but with like a cautious curiosity in it too. It's very interesting. That's what I meant right there. This beautiful string line. It really is an incredible soundtrack. Both tracks I've listened to. Yeah, and as it continues, I was just sitting with it rather than talking. Like as it continues, it almost feels like this really is like cursed knowledge. It's not it doesn't this stuff is delicate, right? And like if it feels like we discover the archives and the archives provide us with this like reality. It almost like it like unveils us of the truth of what we're actually seeing, or like what reality even is. Again, it's like if we pick up a tome and we read this thing, suddenly we come to realize everything we've believed has been a lie, right? Or, but it's so interesting to provide the strings like this and to have this incredibly slow, melancholic, somber like music with super sustained strings. Like what is the point there? It's a burden. It's a burden of information almost. It's very powerful. I mean, regardless of whether or not I'm right or wrong, I think ultimately I'm left with the sense of like the vastness of unknowing. You know what I mean? It makes you think like a little of someone stuck in an old castle, not really a prisoner, but not really free, finding a secret passageway and reluctantly exploring old stone passages like the weight in the air of ages long ago. Yeah. And see, that's why this process of musical exploration is really fun. Because there's no real right or wrong. What we end up doing is we end up triggering a part of us that just needs to be like felt and expressed. I know it's kind of hippy dippy and a little bit woo woo, but the emotional aspects of music and the way that we can dig into ourselves in order to process or come to just like conclusions about music, that's what makes this cool, right? And that's why I genuinely love these Fridays. Wild's Months of Learning I do every Fridays because of this community. Oh yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, like, what matters is not so much the music, and I think like this is an inherent problem with YouTube reaction content in general, just society in this moment, is that things tend to be superficial, and if things get too deep, people get kind of turned off by it and push it away, and feel they point aggression towards it or frustration. But the reality is that like anybody at any moment can feel a song and actually take it to the next level, can actually take a piece of music and really connect with it. And it's not about like what's most popular. It's not about this or that. It's not about, whatever. What it's about is like emotional processing. And music with open minds can lead to a bunch of different like realizations that don't have to be correct based on context. Now, you can have context and then extract, and then you can actually connect your life context mixed with game context, and actually the piece becomes more memorable in that way too, when you really allow yourself to feel it. And also, you don't even need words for it, it's cool. It's like the entire time you've been playing, there's been no sign of civilization aside from ancient decrepit ruins on the surface, and then you learn there was a society, and all the theories are answered when you enter the library, the last and greatest repository of knowledge left on Earth. Yeah, and so what you end up getting, and that's why you hear the depth of that music, right? That's why you hear the emphasis, the melancholy of the civilization gone. I cry to music and I have zero shame. Yeah, me too. There have been pieces that have really moved me. That's why I love the music of my time at Sandrock so much. The music and tone of the game do such a good job making you forget the world around you. Mm. Great piece. Really nice. I mean, again, it's so funny. One time someone said about me, they said that I think ambient music is less than melodic music. And that's never been true. I prefer melodic music because melodic music is sort of, melody is a guidepost. They're like, the on a fence, you have the stakes that you put in the ground so that you can connect the fence. I love that about melody especially. Now, that being said, ambient music can do such a terrific job, and a more terrific job, of showcasing mood, vibe, raw emotion, rather than melody tries to elicit emotion. I think ambient music tries to place an emotion within. It's very cool. Very cool stuff. Ambient music kind of also leaves you alone. There's less of a, hey, look at me, and more a, hey, feel this. And I think that's why it's so cool. The ability to express emotion means you are alive. Yeah, a lot of people press that shit down. Why would anybody be ashamed to cry when listening to music? Music is art, and art is a way of expressing feelings. I think that's a very complicated question. Society is complex. Hey, Indo, what's up? How are you? I always look at music analytically and emotionally, but never philosophically. Never thought of it like that. Oh, hi, Luna. Hi, Papa. You want me to pick you up? You want me to pick you up? You want to? Hi, Baba. Let me pick you up? I can pick you up. When I think of ambient music, I think of lingering melody. Yeah. Screw society. Enjoy the things you like. It's easy. The patriarchy. Want me to pick you up? You want me to pick you up? Go up on the couch. I'll pick you up. Want me to pick you up? Can I pick you up? You want me to pick you up? You want me to pick you up? No, no. Now it's a puppy stream. Oh, buddy. What's up, Andrew? Oh, it's so good to see you, man. Hello. What's Luna's favorite OST? Luna, what's your favorite OST? What'd you say? Oh, she's so funny. What are you doing? Her favorite OST is the birds outside. What is this? What is this? Yo. You want to go? What are you doing? Are you just gonna stand here? Did you wanna? You wanna go? Oh, one sec. Okay. Anyway, so all that to say, I think music. One of my favorite things about music that kind of sustains me every day, even on days when I don't necessarily want to listen to music, is the fact that every time I listen to it, I know that I'm going to come away with an emotional or philosophical perspective. The core tenet of music is theory, right? We can't have emotion in music without notes on the page, without chords, without time signatures, without meter, without tempo, without rhythm, without, quarter notes, half notes, eighth notes, whatever, right? Those are fundamentally, those are the tenets of what makes music music. Now, that said, once those things are in place, which in the case of video game music, they always are, that's when we can start to explore, we can, oh, she's cute, Andrew. Oh my God, what a beautiful puppy. We can start to explore the emotion behind it, right? And that's a really important part of this. And I would say in some ways, in my opinion, even more important than the notes on the page. How do we feel when we hear and feel those notes? That's actually what matters more. And that's the key tenet of musical storytelling. That's the key tenet of active listening. How do we pay attention to stuff so we actually feel it in a deep and contemplative way? We don't have to always do that. Sometimes we just want to enjoy things for the sake of enjoying them without having to sit here and be like, oh, well, I feel this makes me ponder the existence of my soul, whatever, right? But ultimately, my hope is, as we listen to pieces together, my hope is that we're able to, deduce and think about how the pieces make us feel and why. And that's all I've ever wanted to do, really, since I started the channel 3 years ago. So, Warhammer 40k Gladius, Relics of War, Adepta Sororitas, Sisters of Battle theme. If Space Marines are Space Warrior monks, then the Sisters are Space Warrior nuns, but even more religious. They use the Holy Trinity of Bolter, Flamer, and Melta to purge the mutant, the heretic, and the alien for the God Emperor. Also, Celestina, the Living Saint, is in the thumbnail. Aye, nerding out. All right, let's do it. So let's stop there since we're having a shift here. Wow, what a terrific piece. Now, see, this is like the sense, the rhythmic drive and the rhythmic propulsion forward is so delightful. Because we end up getting the modus operandi. We start to understand why the Adepta Sororitas exist, what the Sisters of Battle would be like. We can hear the organ in there. We can hear the doubling. So the organ provides size and scale, and then coupled with the doubling of the sopranos in the background, right, we get that sense of scope, the sense of brutality, the sense of reverence they have for the machine gun, right? Now, when we add the percussion to that, the percussion being the forwardmost part of this layering, we end up hearing how brutal, vicious, and efficient, I'd say, the Adepta Sororitas are, right? We end up feeling that through the music. We end up feeling their sense of, rage, their sense of loyalty, their sense of commitment, their sense of violence, the sense of responsibility that they have towards the thing. It's really dope. Hey, Saramer, what's up? Let's give a shout out to Saramer, please. Really, really, just cool, like strong and powerful. It's really dope. Hey, clown. So this section really had a lot of gusto, a lot of emphasis again on what it means to be fanatical, which was mentioned in the chat. The sense of like responsibility, the sense of like turning your brain off and just facing the music of brutality, like what it looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like to charge into battle as a brutal force to be reckoned with, a weapon of destruction, an unstoppable force that is unwilling to lean into the. It's actually interesting too, because I think it defies. I think it defies like stereotype or prejudice. It's like the sisters, the nuns, are as brutal as the Space Marines, right? And I bet you in some cases are more brutal because they are able to, turn off the filter of thought and feeling and emotion. There's an edge of like just incredible danger in this that is both calculating, thought provoking, and also dangerous, which is I think really cool. Some nice dissonance there. That's interesting to have the mix of opera in the background coupled with light vocals in the front. I think the duality there is like, it's interesting. The operatic singing in the background, it sounds more like a mezzo, richer sound. That almost feels like womanhood, whereas the younger, less vibrato sound kind of pared back, that ends up sounding like youth or adolescence, and maybe it's the shedding of that to become an adepta sororitas. You know, the brutality, the rage, the honing of the weapon that is the self that comes from that at a young age to then in the background become the thing that you will become is very effective. A very, very, very powerful piece. It's very cool. I'm really impressed by that. It's very, very, very effective. Wow, cool. I really liked that piece. Great track. All right, let's listen to Lakeville from World of Tanks. And then we've officially finished the Turandots for April. And we will do a stream next week because I can feel myself cooking mentally. This one is my favorite one of the World of Tanks soundtrack because this music is particularly really deep with a strange feeling with a mix between hope and despair. Okay, cool. Looks like Lakeville. Looks like a Swiss town. Especially the color of the water. If it's very Swiss. Bro, I wish World of Tanks would sponsor. I'd do it. Yeah, see. So that's where that sound, when you say melancholy and despair, heroicism and despair, or whatever the words were, that's where you get it. You actually get it. So first of all, it's interesting because the that sound feels very bright, optimistic. It feels like the birds waking in the morning. It has a natural lilt of like preparation. Whereas then as we move into the French horn section here, the French horn section is really where we get I can't remember the melody. I only heard it one time, but like that French horn doubling mixed in with the trombones, the emphasis and the power and the brass there is where we end up feeling loss and feeling and because it's descending as well, the descending line there is actually where we end up getting that feeling of sadness and the feeling of loss, because it's like I mean, imagine the scenario, you know, you're a lakeside town, really peaceful, invaded, and you have to show up and defend, and so there's this like loss of innocence, I think, and like loss of the tranquility, especially when you look at the scene. I mean, this is a tranquil place, a tranquil, peaceful place. And so you lose that when these tanks arrive. And so it's like the loss of purity, the loss of this beautiful landscape. And for what? You know, there's an inherent, maybe almost anti-war message in it, just in the French horn. I mean, I'm making it up, but it's possible, you know. I really love the scenery. I almost... Whoa! Nice. Wow. What's up, buddy? Way too short. See, that's a piece that like doesn't feel like 2 minutes, like 3 minutes. That was a piece that felt like it was like it felt like a minute. I mean, what a terrific little. People need to spend more time listening to all the preamble stuff too, because like you can't just listen to the peak part. Well, wow, I don't have any words, to be honest with you. Okay, let me find some. I think I love how elegant and so just a general note, I guess. The piano is so magnificent because the piano can be so many things. It can be terrifying, it can be happy, it can be sorrowful, it can be joyful, it can be crying, it can be plaintive, it can be elegant, it can be chaotic, it can be all of these things. The piano is one of the most incredible instruments that exists, that was made, that is created. I mean, the piano is majestic. And so in that case, we have the piano there that sounds elegant, aristocratic, dangerous, and I think like having the piano represent battle while also representing sort of like the desire to not have battle is an interesting mental thing to play with, because on the one hand we get Piano. All right, I want to listen to the piano. What's up, dude? Yeah, right there. Boom, boom. Playing on the left hand, coupled with the spinning in the right hand, lends itself to this stress, this feeling of actual battle. But there's an elegance within it that is very, 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 very on the nose. Is World of Tanks a gacha? I don't think it's a gacha. I think it's just very pay to win, if I recall. So there too, so there you end up getting chords, and the chords, again, because of the fact that, and a lot of people don't necessarily know this, the piano is a percussive instrument. So when you get the those could easily be cannon fire, especially in the context of World of Tanks. Again, just spinning, just making stuff up as we go. I mean, the elegance is really on display, and really, 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 I mean, wow. I'm actually kind of blown away by that. What's up, Pirate? And then just having chords. Dum, 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 dum. I'm less keen on the very MIDI VST sounding cello, but everything before that is really, really majestic. What a truly, truly interesting piece of music, and really, I mean, I think one of my favorites of the day so far. Really, really good, really cool. Okay, so now we're dipping into the Tosca section of this stream. The Tosca section, again, just to clarify and make sure that everyone understands, this is more of a listening. This is when we as a community gather and listen to these pieces of music rather than detailed analysis and all the stuff that I just spent the last near 2 hours doing on 6 pieces somehow. I don't know how. Actually, it was more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pieces. This is really about us as a community coming together, listening to video game music together. Obviously, think of it more like of a video game music radio rather than something that will be like very, very cerebral or a deep analysis. I know many of you that are here know this and have been in these streams before, but I just wanted to just take the time in this particular stream to reiterate what actually this is. This is for us to gather together and listen to this music, and obviously I'll have thoughts, but it won't necessarily be very deep or complex. All right, so we're going to move into Monster Hunter mount themes again. We are going to check out Wild's mount themes. Are pretty underwhelming with a few exceptions. Jindahad, Gormagala, and Gardveld. I think it would be fun to let chat choose this month as a bonus for hunting Shaguro. I made a mashup of both themes for you and Rise. Thanks for doing that. I'll let chat decide. Chat, you want Jindahad? You want Namiel? You want Brachydios? You want Guardian Arkveld? You want Ray Dow? What do you want? Ooh, no. I already decided. Sorry. We're going to do Velkhana because I love Velkhana's theme. We're going to do Velkhana, but not the mashup. Sorry, chat. Sorry I gave you the impression that you... That's my bad. Sorry, I love Velkhana. Again, piano. So good. Yes, World. Or Iceborne. Mountain themes are so interesting because they retain that like sort of integrity of the music while deviating slightly. It's fun to listen to that. I can't wait to fight Volcana in Iceborne. Metroid Bryn Star. Samus encounters 2 doors. She shot the door on the left. Huh? Okay. Oh, it's another silver. Oh. Wait. That's the Adventureline song from the Stanley Parable? Oh. Bruh. Okay. I was like, I don't understand. I can't make any odds or evens about what the fuck is going on with this music. It's like Metroid wants to be one thing, and then it's not. Anyway, okay. All right, Pokemon Black and White versus N, final theme. This is the final battle theme of N. The entirety of Pokemon Black and White is about the duality between truths and ideals. And at the center of it is N, Natural Harmonia Groupius. Hey Eustace, what's up? Hello. I like the clock ticking in the back. Hold that thought, Eustace. I have something to say. It's interesting, because this I'm gonna save my thoughts for a Pokemon video where I'll feature this. But one of the things that really sticks out to me is it's just the feeling of loss of control or wanting to get the control back. There's a lot of dissonance in this piece, and obviously there's like, yeah, you can hear the fire and electricity and so on and so forth. But more than anything, it feels like there's a rejection of ideas or beliefs, almost like a coming to, or like a shaking off of something, like a beginning again. But in order to begin again, there has to be this battle, this consequential thing where we, sort of shed light on the reality of a circumstance. You know what I mean? So Ghetsis is N's father. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I don't spill any more tea on that, because I want to make sure that I can add to that in a Pokemon video. So I'll make sure to remember to put that in something. All right, so really cool. All right, Digley, iCarly. Oh, this is a iCarly as a iCarly. After the tragic demise of Carly's brothers Spencer, Carly, Sam, Freddy, and Gibby must band together to defeat their arch nemesis Neville before he destroys iCarly in their studio once and for all. Have I heard the Chaos song from Uwa? Yes, I have. What? A zip popper? Bruh. Well, that was incredibly meaningful. Wait, what? Is that? Oh no, I thought that was my friend. No. Whoa. That's... Whoa, that's crazy. I thought it was my other friend, and then I just discovered this is a guy I went to school with. What? That's not Oliver, is it? No, here he is. Right there. Oliver. This must be in New Zealand. Is this in New Zealand? There he is. That's crazy. I clicked on this thinking it was my one friend, and then it turned out to be my other friend. Whoa. Yeah, it's gotta be New Zealand. Garsington? I don't know. Do we have anybody from New Zealand here? Anyway, unrelated. iCarly, 10 out of 10. Thank you for that. How am I going to explain that one? I'm not going to, is the answer. Let's listen to I was gonna say Eustace. I was gonna say I love that my hype for Monster Hunter got you to start playing Monster Hunter. I saw that message. That was very funny. I appreciate that. Let's listen to Stellaris's current main menu, Quantum Spawn from The Pursuer, the current main menu theme from Stellaris with the newest DLC. Stock and Church, thank you. What? Really? This is so surprising. Yeah, that's cool. That's dope. It is interesting though. It's totally different than what I expected from Stellaris, and certainly from the Stellaris that I've heard before. Definitely different. I mean, what a vibe. It's fun. It's cool. Symphonic metal is actually an incredible genre. Oh man. Oh, otaku. Oh. Nah, we gotta listen to the King of Fighters 97. We gotta listen to Cool Jam Arashi no Saxophone. Got to. This is number 3. I've never heard number 2 or 3, so. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. God, love that bass. Oof. Sexual content. Saxophone. Wow. jazz organist, so fucking sick, dude. God, that was so fucking good, dude. No notes. Amazing. I would like to play that for a saxophone specialist if I can get another one on the channel. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Battlefield Bat Company. Battlefield theme chamber version. If you grew up on the 2000s watching Spike TV or G4, oh wow, G4, yeah. Then this theme should awaken something in the back of your mind like it did with mine when I found it again. Oh, and April Fools. Huh?
Oh no, oh no, oh no, yo, 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 oh no.
What? This is Mercenaries 2.
Sucker tried to play me, but you never paid me, never. Oh no, you didn't. Payback is a coming, you will be running forever. Oh no, you didn't. Until I get my vengeance, I will never end this mayhem. Oh no, you didn't. I'm a mercenary, you ain't got a prayer, you owe me. Oh no, you didn't. Oh no, you didn't. Oh no, you didn't.
It sounds like almost like Cheers.
Oh no, you didn't. Didn't you? Oh no, you didn't pay me what you owe me. So now it's over for you.
Why is this? The thing says Battlefield Bat Company.
Check it out. No, you didn't. First you try to trap me, then you bust a cap in my ass. Oh no, you didn't. Such humiliation will bring annihilation at last. Oh no, you didn't. It will be delicious when I get vicious tomorrow. Oh no, you didn't. There's no second chances, you will do the dance of sorrow. Oh no, you didn't. 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 Didn't you? Oh no, you didn't pay me what you owe me. So now it's over for you.
I actually love that it's basically just like. See, I use this. I like that it's basically just barbershop quartet.
No, you didn't. Better watch your back, boy. Keep running. This ain't just a game. I'll never stop coming. I got my arsenal. I put out the call, and when I'm finished, y'all, you'll be a rag doll. Fool, try to diss me. Now you're gonna wish you were dead. Oh no, you didn't. After I deliver, your blood will be a river of red. Oh no, you didn't. Better beware when no one's there to defend you. Oh no, you didn't. So many ways to kill, it's gonna be a thrill to end you. Oh no, you didn't. 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 Didn't you? Oh no, you didn't pay me what you owe me. So now it's over for you. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, you.
I enjoyed that immensely. Thank you for sharing that with me. I'd never heard that before. Hex, I've actually covered Annihilation specifically. It's actually on the channel. I think that's an individual video. Might have to just do a little search on the old YouTubes. You know what's funny is I feel like everyone knows more about video game music than I do, which is funny. Like I can like count on my hand like the games that have impacted me the most, but like there's so much music out there that I just don't know. Like I've never like so much stuff that I mean, it's just crazy. Like it's wild. Wild. Crazy. Look outside, exposure. Oh wow, Clown. Not a Lisa song, huh? Song that plays when you go outside at the end of the game. That's true. Wait, what game is this? Look outside. $10. What the fuck? Ah! What the fuck? Ah! Ah! Ugh. Wow, I'll never play this. Holy shit. Oh my god. I can't do body horror. I tried reading Uzumaki and I had to stop because it grossed me out so bad. I was like, how bad can it be? That's fucking gross. It's awful. It's truly terrible. Eesh. See me, I know. You love Uzumaki, bro. I mean, it's written incredibly well. Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. This is the vet. I have to answer this. Yeah, I can't wait for Night Rain soundtrack too. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that, Clown. My bad. I was on the phone, Red Car. Also, Clown, thanks for that terrific video idea. What is a terrifying game with absolutely beautiful and peaceful music? I'm thinking of Look Outside that I just heard. Also, if you want to hop on that, definitely go ahead and drop a thing. Bram! man! Wow! What a nice raid! What's up, guys? Welcome in, Bran. I saw that you uploaded your Wuthering Waves 2.2 reaction. I'll have to check it out. I hope you were enjoying Genshin. What's up, chatters? What's up, everybody? Good to have you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for that raid. I appreciate that so much. Oh yeah, Silent Hill is great. So if you want to go ahead and drop that in there, that'd be awesome. There's a lot of good stuff in Silent Hill too. Guys, if you're just coming in, well, first of all, if you don't know me, my name is Marco. I love talking about video game music from an emotional perspective. I've done a lot of Genshin on the channel, a lot of gacha games, but also a ton of variety stuff. Lately, it's been a lot of Monster Hunter. Feel free to check out the channel, Marco Meatball, on YouTube. But also, we're listening to my Patreon suggestions every Friday. We do this. So everybody in the chat, if you want to hop over to leave a comment about a terrifying game with absolutely beautiful and peaceful music. Definitely Silent Hill 2 would definitely go on there, obviously. Feel free to drop it in there because I would love to make that a series because there's a lot of cool stuff and some of these really fucked up games. And even you guys were talking about Uzumaki and Junto Ito, and I think it's true. Like, it's incredible how a person can be so sweet and so, thoughtful, but then on the flip side have this like total like dark and I think like the juxtaposition of light and darkness that we discover in art is really powerful. And Uzumaki and all those, any sort of body horror stuff that we were talking about earlier is all absolutely fitting for that. That's okay, Lenny, don't worry. All right, so that was also like what a great little discovery there, Clown. So thank you for sharing exposure from Look Outside with me. We'll definitely have to throw that into this video. Okay, cool. Let's check out God Eater 3. Because of my obsession recently with Monster Hunter, I've actually been wanting to play God Eater, but I don't know, it doesn't work. It's like the port is kind of poopy. I might have to get it on my PlayStation if it's even on there. So God Eater 3 tomorrow ties. Recently I was going through my Steam games and found this. I had just finished 100%ing Code Vein, so I was excited to continue to play games from the same team. Literally just Monster Hunter the anime. Absolutely, yeah. Let's check it out. Whoa! Oh, fuck yeah. It's Goshina. I think he might be my favorite video game composer, honestly. Wow. I didn't. Fuck, this is so good. Da, 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 da. Man, what a find, bro. That's so fucking good. Oh. Oh, it's in 5/4. That's why. Yeah, yeah. It's both epic and like emotional. It's so good. Man, holy shit, it's so good. I fucking love that, dude. Holy shit, that is amazing. That is awesome. Oh, God, that's so awesome. That is so much fun. You think the choir was singing I'm making a podcast? That would be hilarious. Redcar, I'm always so impressed, by the way, that you can feel meter. Feeling meter is a very special skill that is not very easy to come by. So really, it's really incredible that you can do that. All right, Evergrace. Jaunty shop theme from the same composer who scored the Armored Core series. Oh, yeah, buying goods at Palmyra. Okay. Wait. What? Wait, why does it sound Hey, Hawaii! Mahalo, right? What's up, True Green? Bro, this is like what my panic attacks sound like. What? Why? It could be so good. It could be so nice and slow and peaceful. It should be so nice. Why is it like this? I don't understand. What's up, Juno? Oh. Ugh. Ugh. That should be so beautiful. Can I see what happens if I slow it down? It's a great idea. I'm just genuinely kind of curious. Hold on. Let's do. Hold on. Hello. I wonder what the what? I wonder what the reasoning is. Yo, that sucked. Thank you so much, Sumi. I appreciate you doing that. Woo. Ooh. Enjoy your test. Enjoy your test. Suikoden 5, the BGM for City of All Artists. Really? Hey, what's up, Leah Cross? So on Fridays, the streams are specifically for patrons. If that's something you're interested in, you can check it out at www.patreon.com/MarcoMeeple. There are several tiers there, although this is currently the Tosca tier, which is our listening tier. Yeah, that's where you can submit. All right. Okay, so this is Speak It in 5. Bro. Why? Ugh. Play this at my wedding. Play this at my funeral. Ugh! What the fuck? Key? Oh my god, dude. No, they're 1,000,000% April Fool's submissions. You know, both of these tracks are gonna go on the bad music tracks. I gotta highlight these a different color. I like how you withheld these. These could have this is part of the bad music series. 1,000,000%. I'm so mad at both of you for those. Thank you very much. Very angry. Ugh! God, that fucking sucked. Those sucked. All right. Toho 6, the embodiment of Scarlet Devil. You suggested it before for that? All right, well, thank you for continuing. See, this is why you always send a follow-up email, by the way. No, Diso, it's for April Fools. All right. This is why you always send a follow-up. Never just do one email. For work, for networking, always continue to do more. But don't do more than 4. And you should also space out. So what you do is you send the first email, you send a follow-up a week later, then you send a follow-up 2 weeks later, and then you send a follow-up 3 weeks later. That's the rule that I sort of followed when I was doing voiceover marketing. So anyway, this is a tomboyish girl in love. Okay, a timeless classic. Bro, what the fuck, bro? Bro, you guys fucking... Bro! What in the Japanese hell is this? You spent $20 on this shit. No, I like it. It's fine. It's actually cute. I'm never gonna lose the weeb, so much weeb shit. Oh man. And they say music can't be funny. Put on captions? I can't. Unavailable. Okay, that's a loop. I'm gonna stop there. No, I was just being excessive. That's fine. I enjoy that. It hits. It hits. It's yeah. I can't believe you two. I'm still thinking about fucking Suikoden 5 and Evergrace. God, I'm so mad. You collectively spent $40 on those 2 tracks. Oh man, so funny. Actually, I enjoyed the Toho 6 track, to be honest. Also, I'm just teasing. You two have been a part of the community for a long time, so clearly you were like, fuck it, let's waste money this month. The tariffs don't have you. Oh man, the athletic theme from Super Mario World? Abso-fucking-lutely. I know they are. I know that it's... What the fuck? Fuck you! Is it Silver Gunner? Yes, it is. I didn't even check. God damn it! How could you? Bruh. You're all trolls, man. You're all trolls. I swear. That was very funny, actually. I did not, because I didn't check, and so that really threw me off. Because all right, Mega Man 04, the opening stage theme to an incredible end to an incredible series. Esperanto. And this is a fucking another one. This is from Mega Man? Fucking Silver Gunner! Oh. I don't know this one though. This one doesn't. I see you went all in. What is this? Yeah, it's definitely Mega Man 0, of course. But it's not actually, just for the record. Yeah, this one I didn't know. I mean, it's fun. I actually really like that sound font quite a bit. The opening stage theme for an incredible end to an incredible series. All right, cool. Heroes Hour, Delirium, Bam. I originally submitted this track for the Halloween spooky themed stream, but that got canceled. Who canceled that? Someone canceled that. It wasn't me. So here we are. Maybe I should have submitted it to scary music suggestions afterwards. Anyway, this is another faction theme, an unusual one at that. This faction consists of explorers who went to a frozen remote island, got a collective brain freeze, and started worshipping and summoning eldritch Lovecraftian monstrosities. Hence the name. I especially love the transition at the midway point, as it is the music that starts sounding like characters went from common cosmic horror towards cosmic bliss and accepted their fate, deciding to fully embrace their... See, Bam knew, Bam wanted, something serious. Warco. No, this one's not bait. This one's real. Damn, that's actually spooky. Wow. Have I played Red Dead 2? Big time. Red Dead 2, I played like a full-time job. This was before I was a streamer / YouTuber. Heroes Hour is a Heroes of Might and Magic reinterpretation. Wow, really good spooky vibes. Yeah, definitely. The twinkling and the, are those vampires? Yeah, it looks like it. Love that piano, too. You can hear like the cavern sound too, yeah? Whoa. Oh, there's the switch. It's like a dance with the inevitable, right? Boom, shop, boom, shop, boom, shop, boom, shop, boom, shop. Yeah, there's the acceptance part. Yeah. Totally. Whoa. $17 on Steam. Ah, da, 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 ya, da, da, ya. Oh, Evergrace was a FromSoft game? Wow, that's cool. Crazy. Yeah, Kota, yeah, Armored Core. So, I like this piece. Again, what's funny is that this piece ends up sounding like a dance. And the acceptance that you mentioned, BMG, is there in the sort of waltz of it all, in the sort of moving in the moving in a circular motion towards an end result. The cool thing about that is that the waltz indicates the loss of the ability to think rationally, which is very neat. That's where that sound comes in. It's really fun. I actually preferred the back half to the front half, but the front half was important at the discovery of the Lovecraftian thing. Really cool. All right, let's do Midnight Ghost Hunt, Run and Hide. Nice 80s synth jam about hunting ghosts. All right. Hey, okay.
What do you keep asking me?
Hey, okay.
I've been waiting to go for a long, long time.
What?
Like this is making me nervous.
What is this?
I've been counting the days for the longest time. You think you can read my mind? Then tell me what I'm thinking. Or just listen to me when I say you better run, hide as fast as you can. Baby, soon we're running out of time. I'm not one for wasting mine. As long as you don't run away from me.
That's fun.
Maybe you should ask yourself if you feel it. Time is ticking faster than we can tell.
I want gameplay though. What the fuck? I really think like the most innovative and imaginative games are coming out of the indie scene. People that are still like indie games really just don't get it. This looks fucking cool. Oh, it's a isometric? It's prop hut? Oh my god, that looks awesome. Whoa, cool. Oh, it's Ghostbusters prop hunt? Dude, this looks fucking awesome. Is this new? The Midnight Nocturnal? Alright, cool. It's a few years old, is it really? Just a year old. Actually, exactly a year old. Wow, fun. Wow. Wish this game would actually get players. One of the best prop pub games in a while. Oh, man. Well, it just updated in March. What are they talking about? Clearly people are playing it. That looks awesome. I'm add that to my wish list. Try to catch all the ghosts before midnight. If you fail, they all come back and you have to survive. Does Skyrim count as an indie game? Yes. After 1,000 mods, it's yes. That's funny. I really should play Skyrim. I've never. Citus, yes, the purified Archbishop, Eyes of Purification. Citus, Squaley. This song, it was actually my first step into classical music. Really, the whole chapter is called Chapter S. It's a remix of classical music produced by Ice, Husky, Cracky, etc. You should listen. Well, fuck yeah, I'm gonna listen. That sounds exactly like up my alley. Whoa. Damn, okay. Da 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 da. What is that? Da 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 da. This is what is this? Oh, that's Unfinished Symphony number 8 by Schubert, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Fuck yeah. Oh, Dvorak New World? I was thinking of Unfinished Symphony by Schubert, one of my favorites too, yeah. Thank you guys. Da, 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 da. That's fucking awesome. I'll never forget listening to Glorified Maiden, or Glorious Maiden, no wait, from Archaea. You put this on a dance mix? Imagine a fucking club bopping to Dvorak New World Symphony. Yeah. Hey, dissonance. 7th chord there, diminished chord, diminished 7th. Really sick, really fucking cool. Let's see. 1, 2. So. Hello. Enjoy your lurk. Toho 10. Toho 10, Mountain of Faith. Fall of Fall, Autumnal Waterfall. I don't remember if I've already suggested this one, but it's a good one. Yume wo uite uzo wa renare kuseni araverai odave miseta I love you so noruke iwani ushiketame mo nare buchiyo. I don't know the words. Nanoni yoshite sayonara utekano dame yo dame damo yo da sushite sujite dore dake zuroi yo sate demo. Oh, Silver Gunner, okay. Baka mitai. Devious. Also really good. Final Fantasy XIII stands for 13. I love March of the Dreadnoughts. Thank you. This would be my second. Oh wait, what? This would be my second pick. There are so many to choose from. I suggest one a month till it's all done. You can do that if you want to. Oh, and it's the I love that. This is the piano official piano covers by Hamauzu. Yes, I love this. I actually listen to this a lot in the car. Oh, I love this. Thank you for playing. Yes. Bum, 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 bum. I love this recording. Thank you for posting it. God, Hamauzu is such a genius composer. I love the shortness of it. It's so good. And it's Hamauzu at the piano too, which is so cool. God. Yeah. What an amazing piece. I love that piece. So good. March of the Dreadnoughts. Final Fantasy XIII's music is absolutely goated.
2 years, baby. It has been an honor to be in this community. Can't wait to see it expand over the next years as well.
Dude, 2 years, my man. I appreciate you so much, Roos. Thank you so much for being here for 2 freaking years, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. 2 years. That's crazy. Thank you, bro. Really appreciate it. Zero Ranger. Fuck yeah. Despair. Zero Ranger is a sick, like, roguelike shmup. It's so cool. Despair. I've looked through so many of your mods to see if you've... So many of your VODs to see if you've covered this game yet. I have... There's been 1 or 2. So you're not the first. Sphera, actually, I think is the one who's shared some. But yeah. I am pretty sure that's Hamauzu playing that, yeah. Zero Ranger's fucking crazy, man. 3 years, Yasha. 3 years. I know. Crazy, right? Dude. The flute is like stupid how hard it goes. Zero Ranger should not be this good. It's just so good. Yeah, this is the Voice Rangers devs, first game? This game is so crazy, dude. Nausicaa? Yeah, I can see that. Love the trumpets too. Yeah, it was dope. Dope. So dope. Really cool. Love that stuff. Voice Ranger and Zero Ranger are really, really just neat. I still need to watch someone play through Voice Ranger because the music is so good. I was really impressed by both games. Really cool stuff. Kingdom Hearts 2. Okay, I meant to tell you. So I sat down with I think it was mostly Crammon, and we were like, okay, should I actually play through all of Kingdom Hearts and like do this the right way? And the reality is that I don't think. But now, to be fair, I have just played 100 hours of Monster Hunter Rise, so I'm not saying never. I'm just saying for right now, I can't envision actually playing through Kingdom Hearts. I like want to, but it's unlikely that I will. Okay. This is the encounter. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that you're probably thinking of there is the like it's a mixture of danger with so it's interesting. It's almost like a danger mixed with like looking at a situation and saying, I have got to go there. In order to go there, I have to fight this head on, right? And I don't think I'm able to, but what is required of me in order to do it? And then making a choice. Like I think like that's really the headspace that I find myself in when I listen to that, because there's a lot of swirling that kind of comes through musically. It's a really interesting piece. I mean, it has this like, oh shoot, I don't want to do this, but I don't have a choice, so I need you to just push through. And it's like that, like sort of like the swirling is the like anxiety kind of. It's cool. It's cool. I think. Well, so we have 11 tracks left, and for patrons, I'm going to stop there. But for patrons, I'm going to we'll see each other next Friday. But patrons, I will drop a vote later today to see if we can link up two different things, because I have some OST listens to do. So I was thinking is next week we split. So we do the remaining 11 tracks, and then I do some OST listen of Inscription soundtrack, and I'll throw that into the Friday. I think that would be really great. I mean, I know that we're kind of we're pretty ahead of schedule for the month, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, because there's always something that I can apply on those Fridays. So I'll post a vote to see if you're okay with it in our Patreon Discord announcements, and then you just vote on if you're okay with that or not. So that would be the 18th. And then I would likely do something else related to soundtracks on the 25th. And then we'd be back to our regularly scheduled programming on May 2nd. So I'll leave that to your discretion. If I need to pick a different day during the week, that's more than fine. So I'll just check in with you and see how you feel about that. But yeah, I think we'll stop there for today. I hope you've got more troll suggestions. I think I'm good. In any case, for patrons, this week I only was able to get to 3 episodes of Apothecary Diaries. So the third one will be going up here in a second. I will likely not get to a 4th this week, but that's okay because it's a pretty long show. So I know that there's a full second season. So I'll take my time with Apothecary Diaries. Gurren Lagann will go up next week as planned. So there will be 4 episodes of that next week. And we'll just kind of keep alternating and just going. I'm trying not to be too rigid with myself, but at least 2 to 3 episodes every week of both shows are the plan. Ideally it'd be 4, but I don't want to stick to promising anything because I want to be impeccable with my word and stuff. So for those of you that are in that Johnny Skiki tier, which is the anime tier, just know that I will have another Apothecary Diaries one up for you today. Right now, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to upload it. So it'll either be up later today or tomorrow. Also, again, friendly reminder, if you didn't see the Opera with an Opera Singer episode that happened on Tuesday, that is now on Patreon for free. So you don't need to sign up. If you want to watch an opera with a former opera singer, me, former professional opera singer, you can just go to patreon.com/MarcoMeatball. No reason to sign up for anything. You don't need to spend any money. It's available to you. It's free. You just have to become a member, but you don't have to pay for anything. Just become a free member, whatever that means. So that's up there right now as well. I think that's it. Those are all the announcements that I have for the stream. Apothecary Diaries is still airing. Even better. We'll take our time then. I'm going to end the stream so I can go listen to Evergrace some more. Absolutely right. Thanks a ton, everybody. I need to go take a shower is what I need to do. Thank you very much. I had a great time today. I hope you did too. I will see you next Friday, and I will put that vote in right now. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Take care of yourself.